Welcome into a Tits Beer Bong 420 video. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be looking at two products here of the same theme, but two different items. They're two of what's new at the place, because we're going to be looking at two of the new Tim Hortons items. They have some other stuff that's new too, but we're going to be looking at their newest ice cap, which is like a limited flavor, I guess, and the newest donut, which I guess is like a limited donut as well. Now, not a big deal. Like, I understand you pay a little bit more for their like flavorful specialty ice caps, but the thing is, for this donut, they're charging like around a quarter more than what the other donuts cost. I know it's only a quarter more, but it's like, why does this one have to cost a little bit more, or whatever it was? But anyways, we'll be looking at their Oreo Ice Cap and their Oreo Donut. So I just picked up a small. I believe the largest ice cap for Oreo, or any flavor for that matter, I believe it says that it'll have 170 milligrams of caffeine. But for like a small, I found out it's like 110 milligrams of caffeine. So I saw them like make it. They pour milk into the container. Then they added Oreo pieces, and if they had to add anything else, then they blended it up in the machine. So like they take normal ice cap out, they make it, and they blended it with Oreo chunks inside. Then they took like their whipped cream and icing stuff and sprayed that like all over it, and then they top it off with more Oreo pieces. Now I'm hearing they don't give you a spoon for it, and people that don't have a spoon on them when they're having it say some of the Oreo bits get stuck up in the straw, making it a little bit hard to consume. So I do have a spoon in case we need that. So there's Oreo pieces all crumbled up in here and blended. The ice cap topping is whipped creams and Oreo bits. So it smells like a typical ice cap. And by the way, it's been a while since I've had one. Oh, you know what? Buggers. I think they started it last year, some chill to win thing, where you're supposed to peel something off on the side of the ice caps and see if you won the product online or something. But they didn't do it with this one, maybe just with the originals. So let's try the ice cap out. Cheers. That was a refreshing nice sip. Now by the way, Tim Hortons claims to be 50 years old this year. So far, I'm just tasting the original ice cap. I'm not getting any bits of the cookie crumble that's supposed to be blended inside it. Nothing's blocking the straw as far as I can tell. It just tastes like the coffee ice cap. Wet, refreshing, and coffee-like, with like a chocolate taste. But really, this does not taste anything different so far. Now doing that, to eat some of the whipped cream and cookie parts, you get whipped cream that has cookie crumble Oreo on it. That's really the only thing so far I can tell that's different about it. Let's take another sip, and then shortly we'll check out the donut, folks. Not the whole thing on camera, just a few bites or something. Maybe that sip might have had a little bit of like an Oreo cookie uh taste to it, but basically I'm not getting any bits stuck in the straw as far as I can tell for suction. I'm basically, for the most part, just getting this chocolate taste, this coffee taste, your typical ice cap taste, and then if I want something different with that taste, I take the whipped cream and the Oreo bits on top. But most of the beverages taste the same as the original, so it passes, but it's not probably gonna wow an Oreo head person. Now for one of their pricier donuts, they put the icing all over it to represent that white icing that's on the inside. They got lots of crushed up Oreo outer shell on the top. there's a little hole to the back of it, almost like an ass crack. I don't know if you can see that. Where is it? Yeah, it's like right there. So maybe there's a filling inside, and they're doing the donut more like a chocolate dough. So that's different. So let's take a bite. Cheers. Okay, the dough is a different color than your typical donut dough from Tim Hortons, and it does have a little bit of a different taste to it. Kind of on like a chocolate side, but doesn't stand out too different, just a little. Then you got the sugar icing on the top, which just tastes like any old sugar icing. And then you get some crunchy little Oreo shell bite pieces, which tastes like the Oreo. So if you really like the Oreo, you'll be glad you're chewing on that. And yeah, there's some white cream on the inside. Let's see what that's like. Oh, you know what? Years ago they did a donut that was angel cream, I think they called it, and it had like a white cream like that on the inside. Maybe they brought that back. And if you've ever had a Krispy Kreme donut, the chocolate one with the white cream on the inside, it reminds me of that too. So they put the white creamy stuff on the inside, which they've had in past donuts, and it reminds me of Krispy Kreme donuts as well. Then the dough itself has a little bit of a chocolate taste, and then you got a typical sugar icing taste and the cookie Oreo taste. So the donuts actually, I'm gonna say, I got no complaints with the ice cap, mind you, tastes mainly just like a regular one, except for the topping on top. But for uniqueness and differentness, I gotta say this one stands out as the better of the Oreo product. You crave Oreo, you'll get more Oreo out of this, and this seems like the better of the two items. And these are just limited items that won't be around all the time, I guess. So I think I enjoyed the donut more. Mind you, when everything blends together, the more you're eating of that donut, you're getting a little bit less of an Oreo shell taste, more like the inner icing taste, and then the inside stuff from the donut and the dough. After a while, you don't notice 100% the cookie part anymore. Alright, thank you for tuning into this Oreo snack review of Oreo Ice Cap and Oreo Donut from Tim's. Peace.